This week, we are going to start using Microsoft PowerPoint and Google Slides. So we have completed our work with Microsoft Word and Google Docs, and now we're on to doing presentations. So somebody would want to use Google Slides or Microsoft PowerPoint if they're going to make a presentation for somebody. So if you're going to make a presentation to a group of people or to somebody, you don't want to put too much writing on one page because they can't be able to read it. Maybe they want to have a little writing and then a photo underneath, and then you could talk about it. So that's why we have PowerPoint and Google Slides. If you want to present to people in a way that maybe they could see some writing and they could have a photo in there, and then also maybe you can have time to speak if you're presenting in front of people. So we're going to be talking about how to create a presentation in PowerPoint. And as the weeks go on, we're going to talk about more of the features of PowerPoint and Google Slides, just as we did with Word. We're going to take it week by week, and each week we're going to expand and show new features. Today we're going to write about your spring break. Now, if you didn't do many things over the spring break, you could write about in general what you like to do in the spring. If you did some exciting things over the spring break, you can include that in your presentation. So this is our cover. This is our cover slide. So what you're going to do is you're going to say my spring break. And then down here you put your name. Okay, so don't put name, put your name. Okay, but I'll put name in here for the kids to see. So you put your name down here, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pick a design. So I click on design on the top, and in PowerPoint here I'm going to pick, maybe I like this one. I have my spring break, and it looks nice, right? I have a nice design here, and then they'll give you some other things over here if you want to come up with these other designs. They have a lot of different ones that you could pick. So you pick the one that you like. You could change your colors if you would like, whatever you like to do. You can have a nice, neat design. So you pick the one that you like. And now what you need is, you can close out it if you don't want it. Now what you need is you need a new slide. So this is a common question. People say, how do I get a new slide? You have to go to the Home tab. So just as Microsoft Word has these different tabs in here, we're going to talk about these as the weeks go on. Just as Microsoft Word has different tabs, so does PowerPoint. And we want to be on the Home tab. Oh, sorry about that. We want to be on the Home tab to get a new slide. So we have our first slide. Now we want a second slide. So we're going to do a new slide. And there's different types of slide designs that you could have. If you want to have two contents, two photos, or comparing things, or maybe you want just a section header where you say, I'm going on to a new section, just a title, a blank. And this is our title that we've used, that they gave us to start a presentation. But normally we do title and content. So title and content is what we normally do for our presentation. So we click on that. Okay, so once again, for everybody to see, you can click on the arrow and title and content. Or what you could do is you could just click here and they will give you a title and content. Now, if you want to take that away, you can always do the back arrow to take that away. So now I say I have my spring break. And I could say, maybe you saw your family, and you could say, over the spring break, I saw my family. We celebrated. And then you just put whatever holiday you celebrated. Maybe you celebrate Easter, maybe you celebrate Passover, maybe a different holiday. If you didn't celebrate a holiday, maybe you could just put, I saw my family in general, if you saw them and what you did. You say, we had a great dinner, and my cousins came over. Okay, whatever you want to say. That's the first thing. So then I'll have a second slide, and you remember I clicked this home, and then I click on this, and then maybe you did biking. Right? So I said I went outside and I rode my bike. Okay, so you went outside, maybe you rode your bike. Then we'll have another slide. Maybe you cooked, right? You'd say, or maybe I'll put cooking up here. I put cooking. Say, I helped my mom a chicken dinner. Okay, so maybe you did some cooking over the break. And we're going to have 5 total slides, So and then the last one, maybe you went shopping. Okay, so I went shopping for some new for school. Okay, or whatever you did. Okay, so these are just examples of, we want to have 5 slides, a title, and then 4 things that you did over the break. So our presentation's looking good, but now we're going to add some photos in. So we're going to go to Insert. This is just like Microsoft Word. And notice we have the same features. We have word art, we have text box. Text box, if you click on text box, that will give you an area where you could write on. Okay? And if you want to take it away, you just use the back arrow. And it'll take it up. Back arrow will take things away. And word art we spoke about. Remember we spoke about word art. You could have fancy writing, word art, right? So that's here as well. But anyway, what we want to do is we want to do photos this week. So we're going to go to Insert. Okay, we have Insert Pictures. Okay, and we're going to insert. If you have a photo from your computer, you could use that if you want to add that in. Or we're going to use online photos if you're looking for just a general photo. So I'm going to have online photos, and I'll say maybe spring weather. Let's see if they have anything for spring weather. This is nice. I could put in a nice flower here. And notice this is so similar to Word. So that's why we do PowerPoint second, because it's so similar to Word. Okay, so now I got my photos here. Then I go to the next one. I had my family. And you could close these out if these things are popping up. And it will stay here, but if you lose it, again, you can go to Insert, Pictures, Online Pictures. Okay, family. Now a nice photo of a family. You can insert that if you'd like. Okay, remember you click it and you can resize it to put your family together. Okay, so each slide is going to have a photo. Okay, so our goal this week is to have 5 slides, a cover slide, and then 4 things that you did in each slide should have a title, 1 or 2 sentences on what you did, and a nice photo or clip art inserted there. Now, if you're somebody who doesn't have PowerPoint, what you're going to do is you're going to use Google Slides. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to your assignment here, Add or Create, and a Google Slides. So Microsoft and Google are different companies, but they have a similar product. So whereas Microsoft has PowerPoint, Google has Slides. And you see this is very similar. You can just put my spring break. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, and then you put your name down here. And you see it's a slide over here. So you go to Slide, and then you can go to Change Theme. And you could pick one of these themes. PowerPoint may have a little bit more features, but Google Slides is great for a free product. Okay, so we have right here, you can click this one. Now you have your design. Okay, once again, for everybody to see, I went to Slide, and I went to Change Theme. Just like PowerPoint, it's very similar. You can click on the plus here to get a new slide, and you have your title, same thing, title, section, title and body, title with 2 columns, 1 column. We usually like this one, title and body. And it's the same thing. You can just click a plus over here to get your new slide, and you could delete it here. So same thing, maybe you said, family, and you're going to type what you did with your family, my family and I. Okay, you're going to put that in, whatever you did over the break, and you're going to need a photo again. So you go to Insert, Insert Image, and notice this is very similar to Google Docs, Insert Image. And if you have a photo, on your camera, you could take a photo if you want to take it with a camera on your computer, if you have people nearby you and you want to include that. If you want to include a photo from your Google Drive or from your Google Photos, you can put that in there, or from a website. But most of the time, or you could even upload it from your computer if you'd like. Most of the time, the children want to do search the web. And then maybe here, if you want to put family, pops up. And you can click the photo and click Insert. And now you got a family in there. And you could resize it and put it in there. Okay, so again, this week our focus is just to get started with PowerPoint and slides, to create at least 5 slides. Here were the slides again. What you did over the spring break, we have a cover, and then we have 4 things that you did, and each slide again will have a title, at 1 to 2 sentences at least on what you did with that topic, and then a photo. Okay, and then when you're done, you're going to turn it into Google Classroom. And for the students who are done here and they're finished, when you go to when you're using Google slides, it will save automatically. See, it says last edit was seconds ago. It saves it. When you go back to your product, your project page, your assignment page here, it will be attached. You see, your work will be attached here because when you started, you did add or create slides. It'll be attached there, and then you could just do turn in, and it'll be done. If you're somebody who's using PowerPoint, you do add or create, and you're going to do a file, and then you have to drag it in here. You have to drag it into here, and that will upload it. Okay, so this is week 1 of PowerPoint and Google Slides. We will talk about more features of PowerPoint and slides in the coming weeks.